Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll yield back.
Gentleman yields back his time. Thank you very much. Mr. McGovern.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, I can't believe we're here having this discussion, and I can't believe this legislation is even before us. I mean, as the gentlelady from New York pointed out at the outset here, I mean, we have some pressing, urgent things that need to be done, like keep the government open, for example, that now has been pushed off, and we don't know what's going to happen. We need to reauthorize the CHIP program to make sure our kids get access to health care. I mean, we have hurricane relief issues that we need to deal with. We have, I mean, a gazillion things that are urgent that need to be dealt with now, and here we are dealing with this. And, you know, and it is a little bit frustrating to sit here and be told that there were no hearings on this legislation. I mean, it's December, all right? So it's not like we just started a new session. It's December. And it would have been nice to bring the police chiefs that Ms. Jackson-Lee referred to up to the Judiciary Committee, let them express their concerns, or others, or you could bring anybody you want who supports this legislation. But, I mean, there is value in listening to people outside of the little bubble here in Washington. And I look at this and I ask myself, you know, how much in the bag with the National Rifle Association is this leadership in this House? I mean, this makes no sense that you are going to impose the weakest standards that exist in some states on states that have higher standards when it comes to issuing licenses for those who can carry concealed weapons. You know, I looked at the National Rifle Association's webpage. Concealed Carry Reciprocity is the NRA's highest legislative priority in this Congress. And so we all know why we're here today. I mean, we follow the money. I mean, this is about campaigning. This is about contributions to political parties and members of Congress who are worried about the next election. But this is not about what's in the best interest of the American people. I mean, this bill we're taking up today would force states to let violent offenders and people with no firearm safety training carry hidden, loaded guns, even if those people could not otherwise legally purchase a gun in the state. I mean, really? I don't get that. As Mr. Nadler pointed out, under current law, each state determines if it will recognize concealed carry permits issued by other states. Currently, 11 states do not recognize concealed carry permits issued by other states. Most states only recognize concealed carry permits issued by states with equivalent standards. This is a rush to the bottom. I'm trying to understand why anybody would think this is a good idea. The gentleman for Georgia tried to compare these to driver's licenses. Well, you know, as I understand it, driver's license, as far as they're concerned, there are standard verifiable documents with the same criteria nationwide. Concealed carry, there's no uniform standard security features, no national, and sometimes no statewide database. I mean, driver's license require things like vision and laws and in-person driving tests. Concealed carry licenses, as we have learned, the training varies widely, and it isn't even always required by states. And yet you're going to impose those low standards on my state? I mean, Massachusetts has the lowest firearm death rate in the entire country. I'm proud of that. Don't screw around with what we have done in my state by trying to forcibly, through statute, lower the standards. I mean, this is just not right. You know, I go on and on and on and on, but you know what? This is a big waste of time. And I'm hoping the Senate won't even take it up because this is just a terrible idea. This is about campaign contributions. This is not about good policy. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time.
Gentleman yields back his time. Thank you very much. The gentleman from Georgia.
Gentlemen,
yes, sir. Excuse me just a moment, please. Yes, sir.
I mean, at the beginning, you mentioned to Ms. Slaughter that you guaranteed a fair fight on this issue. Well, that to me means not just our ability to talk up here. It means making sure that the amendments, like the one that have been offered here today and others, be made in order. And I hope that this means either an open rule or that all amendments that have been introduced be made in order. That's a fair fight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.